There's a dog in here.
Il est malade. Recule, laisse par toi, gros.
What you're about to see was never meant to be filmed. Hikers ran, cameras shook, and some voices should not have been heard at all. Every trail in this video holds a nightmare. These are the scariest encounters ever caught in the Appalachians. Case number 1. On the night of November 10th, 2024, a family living near a quiet tree line checked their home security alert. The system showed motion in the front yard, so the man of the house opened the live feed, expecting maybe an animal.
Tell me what you think.
Instead, he saw a lone man stepping out from the trees. The man's body moved in a strange, uneven way, as if he struggled to stay upright. At first, it looked like he might be hurt until the sounds began.
Does it really matter what structure of God?
From the speaker came many voices at once, all coming from the same man. Some sounded deep and rough, others high and shaking, all mixed in a way that didn't feel human. The voices seemed to argue with each other, almost fighting to get out of his mouth. As the man wandered closer to the yard, he tilted his head back and let out a long, broken sound that made the family's blood run cold. The words meant nothing, but the tone felt angry, like something inside him was trying to speak.
So, who cares if the Christian religion? I would never.
Moments later, more strange noises came out of him, shifting from whispers to loud, sharp bursts. His body twitched, his hands shook, and the voices layered on top of each other, until it sounded like a whole group of people trapped in one throat. The man suddenly stopped moving. For a few seconds, he stood perfectly still, staring at the house. The night around him went quiet, as if even the insects paused. Then he stepped back into the darkness, slow, silent, and without a single sound, until the trees swallowed him completely.
Sometimes a man is to handle his responsibility. That's the point.
The family never saw him return, but they still wonder who or what was speaking through him that night. With that being said, let's move on to our second footage for scariest trail encounters caught in the Appalachians. Case number 2. He went out for a simple, quiet stealth camp in Wales. It was the evening of September 3rd, 2025, and he only wanted one calm night in his bivy bag. But the night slowly turned strange, then frightening.
Now, even though it might spoil the idea of just spending a basic, rustic, simple night out in the bivvy bag, that at this point in the evening I was quite disappointed because I'd fetched my little camping stool out that I'd hoped to sit on in front of the camera and just record loads of extra videos to the camera and bonus content and member exclusive stuff, all that sort of stuff. And of course, because the grass cover was so low and I had to be so quiet, I just got absolutely zero of my planned filming done. Typically, once I thought the coast was clear, I made a run for it through the long grass and came practically face to face with a dog walker. Well, I couldn't have timed that.
At first, he set up in long grass, almost hidden, and tried to stay low because people and dog walkers were nearby. He planned to rest and record some videos, but the place already felt a little wrong.
This is probably the world's worst camera angle, but I've got to say, it feels nice to be in the bivvy bag. It's really warm in here still at the moment, so I'll open up a little bit more of my ventilation, but it's just so low to the ground, I suddenly feel like I'm invisible again, and I absolutely love this. As many of you know if you've watched my other videos, just so cosy, and suddenly just something as simple and low profile as this, you feel like you're inside a lot more than when you're lying on top of it. Plane going overhead? At least I hope that's what it is. Ooh. I don't know if you can tell, my friends, but it's actually very slightly drizzling. I put the camera near the...
As he lay inside the bivvy, light rain began to fall. The soft sound of drizzle felt calm for a moment, but then, in the dark, he thought he saw something like a small flash, almost like a tiny firefly. He stayed silent.
Like the bivvy, at least. With rain in the air and the darkness truly upon us, at this point, I just assumed that my night was over, so slightly disappointed that I hadn't got any decent footage recorded to camera, I set out to go to sleep. I might be going absolutely mad here. I swear there's been like a firefly. I'm gonna shut up. I can hear... I think I can hear footsteps. I can't... I am keeping an extreme low profile right now. I think that the laser was coming from the far side of the trees, but I'm not 100%. I don't think it was actually aimed at me. I think it was just shining a laser for the sake of it.
A few minutes later, he heard what sounded like footsteps outside the bivvy, moving through the grass. He stopped breathing for a moment, trying to listen. Then he saw a laser light pass through the trees. He was not sure if it was pointed at him, but it was close enough to awaken his fear.
But to be honest, it's been quiet for about 10 minutes now, so I'm not too worried.
It became quiet again for about 10 minutes, but the silence made it worse. The dark around him felt heavier. Then the true horror hit. A bright phone light suddenly shone right into his tiny, hidden space. Someone was standing right next to his bivvy, close enough to touch it. He opened his eyes, and all he could say was, "There's a dog in here." It was the first thing that came to his mind.
There's a dog in here! Here's that footage slowed down because I got such a poor quality view of the situation, as I basically went from asleep to the most awake I've ever been in my life in the space of 1 second. When they were running away, I think it was a phone light rather than a proper flashlight of any kind. And I don't know if those lasers are one single tool or some sort of surveillance kit or something, I don't know. But I'm sure after I shouted, "There's a dog in here," which was the only thing I could think of in the heat of the moment, I'm sure you can hear a little exclamation from them, just a little "Ruh!" as they were legging it. I'm going to play the audio from the immediate aftermath now. A couple of things to note: that there may be some muted moments because I never ever swear in videos, and that was a moment that really pushed me to the edge. And also, I thought it was amusing to note, for me at least, that where
He heard the intruder gasp a small sound, a short shocked noise, and then they ran away fast through the grass.
Whereas when I've seen torches in the distance and felt safer, I've been able to do recording and do a bit more talking to make it more dramatic for YouTube. Whereas in this case, because I felt that it was immediate danger, I've practically entirely stopped breathing at moments, never mind talking away to the camera.
Right after they fled, he tried to speak, but he was shaking. Some of his words were muttered or silent because he was trying not to panic. He then found that something had been taken from his camp, and he packed everything in less than 2 minutes. He left the area at once, walking fast through the dark, heart still racing from the moment the stranger's light hit him in that small, hidden space.
Once I'd found my boots, I felt a little safer, but I immediately started to break down the campsite. One of the benefits of such a simple setup is that it took me literally less than 2 minutes to have everything shoved in my backpack and for me to be...
That night, he learned that stealth camping can feel peaceful until someone walks right up to you in the dark without a word. Moving on to our third encounter, case number 3. On December 6th, 2021, Braden, who lives near the Appalachian side, filmed something terrifying inside his home. He had often heard strange sounds at night, tapping, footsteps, scratching. But this time, what he caught on camera was far worse.
I have some time to tell you guys what happened last night. So last night, I was in my room, and you guys know how I'm trying to catch that paranormal activity that's going on in my house on camera, right, and prove it here. So far, I've caught a couple things, nothing too good, but last night, I actually ended up catching something really good. I don't know how to explain this or why this happened or how, but basically it started off like...
It started the same way as always. He was alone at night, and he heard the usual creaks and thumps upstairs. He grabbed his camera, hoping to finally catch proof of the weird things happening in his house. But this time it was different, and you will soon know why.
Like any other normal experience in my house. Like, I mean, I was just hearing stuff upstairs, and like I heard like the walking down the stairs and the creaking and the tapping and the scratching, everything like that, right? And I got that on camera, so I started filming, and then I go out into like my living room to investigate and try to like get closer to it, see if I could get any like thing physically on camera instead of just the noise. And I didn't really do that, but I did get more noise, and that noise happened to be my own voice calling me up the stairs. I mean, I don't know what the hell that is or how that's even possible, but it was probably one of the most crazy, scariest things I've seen in my life. Like, guys, literally, I'm just filming the noises, trying to like figure out what's going on, and then all of a sudden I hear, Brayden, it's okay, come upstairs. Come here for a minute. And I'm like, what? At first, I didn't even...
As he walked into the living room, the sounds got louder. Then something spoke to him. He heard a voice say, "Come up here for a second." It sounded familiar, too familiar. At first, he thought it was just someone playing a trick, but then he heard it again, clearer. It was his voice, calling him. "Brayden, come here, now."
Okay, hold on. Jesus. Okay, hold up. Why is the tree on there? Whatever that is coming from up here. Should I attempt to go in there? Fuck. Because that was coming, all that thumping, it was coming from like right in there, in that room.
Come up here for a sec, man.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that? You guys, did I just hear that right?
Get up here now.
Okay. That I'm not fucking with.
The voice grew angry when he didn't listen. That's when he froze. It felt wrong, like something dark was using his voice to lure him upstairs. He stood still. His body wouldn't move. But then something he didn't expect to happen occurred.
That I'm not fucking with, bro. That I'm not fucking with, bro. That I don't play around with. That I don't play around with. I don't know. Oh no. Whatever that fucking was just came down the stairs. Yo, I don't like this, bro. This door's just about to open. Guys, am I like crazy? Or was there not a voice upstairs in my voice?
He heard loud footsteps rushing down the stairs, fast and heavy, like someone or something was coming straight at him. He backed away, heart racing. He ran into his room, locked the door, and replayed the video. The voice was his, clear as day.
Bro, I don't fuck with this. Was there not just like a voice upstairs with my voice telling me to come up? What the hell is in my house, bro? That's some like sinister shit that you see in the movies. I literally heard my voice. Hold on, let me watch the video. Guys, that was definitely my voice. I mean, I just watched the video back and like it literally said like, come up here in my voice. How are my parents not fucking waking up right now? Bro, I don't know. why this shit is going on. Like, I don't know what to say. Sorry if I'm like,
He sat there, confused and scared. How could something call him using his voice? What did it want? That night, he didn't sleep. He just waited, hoping nothing would open his door.
kind of dull right now. It's just, I kind of like just heard myself upstairs when I was downstairs. So it's kind of a lot to take in right now. I have no idea what to make of this. Guys, if you could think of anything, please comment down below. I am so happy I got that shit on film, bro. There's no way I got that on camera. That is insane. I finally have some like kind of proof about all the crap that goes on in my house. I never had this before, but it's mainly just what you guys heard in the beginning of the video, like the dumps and shit. But tonight it was real violent. It's never usually that bad. But, I mean, that's that. I don't really know what to say. I mean, I heard the thing run down the stairs, and now I'm just back in my room kind of taking shelter, hoping my door doesn't get kicked in by the devil or some shit. I don't even know, bro, but hopefully that doesn't.
With that being said, let's move on to our fourth scary encounter from the Appalachian Trail. Case number 4. He was driving down a quiet dirt road in Quebec, Canada, on the cold night of January 3rd, 2020. The trees on both sides were dark and tall, and the road felt too empty. He and his friend were talking, trying to stay calm, but something in the air felt wrong.
Vas-y, gros, tu filmes.
Ouais, ça y est, t'inquiète, je filme. Putain.
C'est quoi le truc qu'on a vu?
Bah, je sais pas.
His friend suddenly said that there was someone on the road, standing with their back turned. The shape looked tall, too tall for a normal person. The car lights touched the figure for a second, and he felt a cold fear grow in his stomach.
Ça ressemblait à une espèce de
clown,
ouais, une
quoi.
espèce de clown, gros.
Non, mais c'est une connerie.
Bah oui, gros.
Non, j'ai fait un mytho, on va retourner.
Vas-y.
On sait jamais.
Ouais, c'est des mythos, ça. Bah oui. Ça explique quoi.
They slowed the car. His friend asked him to wait while he tried to look more closely. The figure did not move. It just stood there in the middle of the road.
Donc là, on est juste comme ça pour information, on est sur la route de Docel, entre les planches et Docel.
Ouais, ouais, au cas où il y a vraiment, au cas où il y a quelque chose. Ouais, voilà, au cas où on meurt ce soir.
C'était où déjà, vous?
Attends.
Merde.
Ah bah c'est là.
C'est là où il y a le...
Ouais, c'est là où il y a le panneau, ouais, vas-y tourne.
Attends, je prends la lampe au cas où.
Ouais, au cas où, parce que c'est chaud.
Attends, gros, faut faire gaffe.
Ouais, c'est chaud quand même.
Il était où? Il était là.
Il était là.
They whispered that it might be a clown. The colors on the clothes were strange, and the shape of the body looked wrong. He did not want to believe it, but the fear in his friend's voice made his hands shake on the wheel.
Regarde qu'il soit pas là-haut.
Qu'est-ce qu'on fait là?
Wow.
Oh putain, attends.
Bon, gros, c'est quoi le truc là, gros?
Je crois que c'est vraiment un clown en plus, gros.
Ah non, gros, c'est pas un clown. Ça m'en fout.
Je sais pas ce qu'il fout là en tout cas, mais.
Ouais, gros, c'est quoi ça?
Je sais pas.
C'est quoi ça, gros?
Vas-y, avance-toi un peu pour voir.
Ouais, bah, gros, pas trop non plus. On sait
Ouais,
jamais.
attends, ouais, il a rien.
They tried to talk, tried to calm themselves, but they could not understand what the figure was doing there. The road was empty. No houses, no cars, no reason for anyone to stand alone in the dark.
Eh, qu'est-ce...
Tu fais quoi là?
Oh, gamin, rentre chez toi!
Allez là! Dégage!
Bah, regarde.
Soft music played inside the car, but then both of them saw it at the same time. The figure turned its head slightly, and in its hand was something long and heavy. A chainsaw. Even from far away, the shape of it was clear. His heart dropped. The figure took a small step toward the car, just one step. The chainsaw hung from its hand like it was waiting.
Je vais écrire ça à la face, là.
Allez, vas-y, voilà, dans la gueule le flash.
Tiens, dans ton cul, bâton.
Ouais. Putain.
Qu'est-ce qu'il fait?
Je sais pas, pourquoi il baisse? Oh putain!
C'est quoi ça, gros? Ah, c'est pas une vraie, gros, quand même.
Je sais pas.
En gros, c'est pas une vraie.
Putain, il est
non,
malade,
non,
gros.
non,
Vas-y,
non.
recule, gros. Recule, reste par toi, gros. Barre-toi, il arrive. Oh putain!
Gros, c'est quoi ça?
Wow!
Attends, on s'en...
That was enough. He hit the gas and turned the car around fast. The trees blurred outside as they sped away down the dirt road, the sound of their own breath louder than the music. They never looked back. Let's move on to our fifth footage for this video. Case number 5. On January 11th, 2021, he came here alone. People said that on this date every year the souls of the villagers who died in the meteor strike returned to the place of their death. He did not believe the legend, but he wanted to see the truth with his own eyes.
Каждый год 11 января здесь появляются одновременно сотни призраков. Мои часы сломались и начали идти в противоположную сторону. Никогда с ними такого не было. Вот призрак. Вот это то самое дерево, где он был заснят. Вот здесь, клянусь, кто-то или что-то стояло.
Long ago, in the 1800s, a village called Akontnitsa stood here. Around 150 to 200 people lived simple, quiet lives. Then, one night, a huge meteor hit the land. Some people died in a flash, never knowing what happened. Some burned in pain. Nothing was left. Now, more than 200 years later, the land is quiet. Too quiet.
Ну не могло мне показаться. В этом уютном живописном месте, предположительно в 1800-х годах, точной даты нет, располагалась небольшая малоизвестная деревня. Вроде как название ее было Кодница. Население 150 и 200 человек. Буду краток в рассказе. Когда у местных селян все было хорошо, жили благополучно, никому не мешали, внезапно с неба обрушился огромный метеорит и стер всю эту местность подчистую. К сожалению, и такая редкость бывает. Кто-то из людей умер внезапно, сам того не подозревая. Кто в муках горел от огня, охвативший большой радиус. Прошло более 200 лет, и на сегодняшний день это место выглядит вот так.
Only a few hours after he arrived, his watch suddenly broke. The hands began to move backwards, something that had never happened before. This scared him more than he wanted to admit.
Эта местность действительно огромная. Яры глубокие. Заблудиться очень легко. Я даже не надеялся, что мне удастся найти это дерево. Почему меня интересует именно это дерево? А вот по одной простой причине. Смотрите, фотография. Показываю пальцем. Вот призрак. Сделано фото ровно год назад, 11 января, как и сегодня. Вот настоящее дерево. Фотография. Это то самое дерево. Вы понимаете, насколько это волнительно? Не знаю, фотография фейк или нет. Но вот призрак. Вот это то самое дерево, где он был заснят. Вы понимаете, насколько это волнительно? И когда я на это дерево смотрю, мне не по себе. Просто я понимаю, что как бы здесь был заснят призрак. Ровно год назад. Следить за этим деревом я буду очень пристально.
He found the old tree, the same tree from a photo taken last year on the same day. January 11th, a pale figure had been captured beside it. Standing there now, looking at the real tree, he felt cold inside. He kept watching the tree, waiting for something to move.
Легенда гласит, каждый год 11 января все мертвые души погибших людей деревни от рухнувшего с неба метеорита выходят на место гибели, начинают ходить бесцельно со стороны в сторону, завывать, кричать. Некоторые очевидцы описывали ощущения. Каково, когда десятки призраков одновременно к тебе дотрагиваются и что-то от тебя хотят. Тот, кто находится в этот день здесь, может не сомневаться, призраков увидит. Самое страшное в этом всем, что каждый призрак абсолютно воспринимает окружение и ни на секунду не отводит от тебя взгляд. Случаев появления и фиксации призраков здесь уйму, от видео до картинок. Было бы доказательств еще больше, если бы это место было широко известно, то сегодня здесь было бы много людей, готовых пощекотать себе нервы, независимо, опасно ли это для жизни. Но может из-за этого и призраки тут обитают. Люди еще не успели их разогнать, кто знает.
The legend said that on this night, the dead walked the valley, moving back and forth, crying, watching anyone who entered their land. He was alone, and the hills felt alive with eyes he could not see.
Спуститься вниз, чтобы посмотреть на все это величие с другой точки. Очень сложно осознавать, что здесь 200 лет назад примерно ударил метеорит, и погибли сотни людей. И прямо сейчас я нахожусь в этом месте. Вы представляете, какая здесь энергетика страшная и мрачная? И самое удивительное, я ее очень сильно чувствую. В этом месте я провел всего лишь несколько часов, а странности меня уже настигли. Мои часы сломались и начали идти в противоположную сторону. Никогда с ними такого не было. Это реально пугает. Я очень сильно хотел найти кое-какое место. Ходил я здесь несколько часов. Но, тем не менее, я нашел это место. Вот, 2 дерева. По виду вроде как березы. Там ниже, если видно, срубленные их ветки, поэтому их было тяжело найти. А вот фотография, сделанная несколько лет назад. Присмотритесь. Вот здесь, справа, в углу, светящийся шар, летающий. Вы понимаете, это то самое место.
He found 2 birch trees from another old photo. In that picture, a small glowing ball floated near the branches. Now he stood in that same spot. The place felt heavy, like something was still there, watching him.
То время, когда я буду спускаться туда вниз. А там, я скажу, действительно атмосфера очень угнетающая и жуткая. Я не знаю почему, это очень тяжело передать через камеру свои ощущения. Нужно только испытать это лично на себе. Ну что, поехали. Оп. О-о-о.
When he walked down into the lower part of the valley, the air changed. The silence pushed against his ears. Even the camera could not show how strange the place felt. He felt as if many things stood around him, just out of sight.
Не могу поверить, насколько это место изменилось, когда потемнело. Особенно, когда пытаешься там разглядеть призраков. Что-то есть. Сейчас увеличу ISO. Вон там. Присмотритесь. Как будто что-то стоит.
When darkness came, the valley changed completely. At the top of a hill, he suddenly saw a shape. A shadow stood still, like a person watching him. For a moment, he froze. Then the shape was gone.
Вот, я клянусь, он там что-то видел. Я вам на полном серьезе говорю. Не могу понять, что я здесь видел. Блин, неужели это все в моей башке происходит? Я вам вот серьезно на все 100% говорю, что прямо Я вон стоял снизу, где светит лампа. Вот здесь, клянусь, кто-то или что-то стояло. Ну не могло мне показаться.
A few minutes later, he saw it again, this time near the light of his lamp. He swore something was standing there staring at him. It did not move. Then suddenly, it was gone, like it had slipped back into the dark. He could not convince himself that it was only his mind.
Очень тяжело абстрагироваться от внутреннего страха, потому что кажется, что со всех этих холмов стоят куча теней, призраков, и смотрят прямо на меня. Я понимаю, что это всего лишь мое воображение, я вижу то, что хочу видеть, но тем не менее от этого не легче. Вы просто посмотрите.
He sat on the ground for a moment. Every hill around him looked like it held a shadowy figure. He knew it might be his imagination, but the fear felt real.
Эту жуть, которая идет дальше. И я вам на полном серьезе говорю, что когда смотришь наверх, постоянно видны какие-то силуэты, какие-то тени. Я по-любому понимаю, что это все в голове, но, блин, это очень стрёмно выглядит. Это стрёмно ощущается. Эта тишина давит на мозг. Где-то слышны какие-то шепоты, какие-то крики. Ну, это очень...
He looked up. The hilltops were full of shapes, tall, thin, silent, not moving and just watching. His heart beat harder. The silence pressed against him.
Так густо. Реально, часы до сих пор идут в обратную сторону. Что за жесть? Кстати, уже 3 часа ночи. Тяжело сегодняшний вывод сделать. Действительно много странных...
His watch was still going backwards. 3 hours past midnight now. Nothing made sense anymore.
Уже 3 часа ночи. Тяжело сегодняшний вывод сделать. Действительно много странных вещей происходило. Но мне кажется, все-таки это только в моем воображении. Вроде что-то видел, и причем много чего видел. А когда присматриваюсь, этого уже нет. Нужно испытать лично на себе это место, особенно ночью, чтобы вы, ребята, поняли мои внутренние ощущения. Этого через видео невозможно передать. Но я пытался. Надеюсь, у меня получилось. Утверждать, что здесь есть призраки, не буду, но и отрицать тоже воздержусь. Сейчас максимально быстро компьютеру, чтобы просмотреть отснятые детальные...
He had seen many strange things, but every time he looked closely, they were gone. Maybe it was his mind. Perhaps it was not.
Подробно. Возможно, глазами я не смог чего-то уловить. Я максимально как смог передал вам атмосферу этого мистического места. Обязательно вскоре сделаю детальную аналитику отдельным видео. Чтобы это произошло, предлагаю собрать много-много лайков, чтобы я видел, что все делаю не зря. Для меня это очень важно. Прямо с места, где сзади меня стоят сотни призраков, Паша Чез. Увидимся в новом видео. Пока.
He left the valley before sunrise. He wanted to look at the footage later to see if there was anything his eyes missed. Behind him, the hills stood quiet, as if hundreds of silent figures were still watching him walk away. That brings us to our last footage. Case number 6, on April 11th, 2024, in the Appalachian Mountains. He had been watching the woods for 2 weeks. Authorities had found human remains in what looked like a hidden stash site, and he was asked to place a trail camera in the area. The forest was silent, cold, and wrong in a way he could not explain. Still, he set the camera and waited. Then this footage came in. Later in the video, the camera recorded movement. A tall shape walked into the frame, slow, heavy, covered in thick, dark fur. It stopped in front of the shelter as if it knew someone had been there. He felt the hair on his neck rise. The thing looked angry, almost offended. The creature grabbed a fallen tree trunk near the shelter. With one quick pull, it lifted the whole thing like it weighed nothing. He had never seen strength like that. It slammed the trunk into the ground, dirt flying everywhere. It looked around, breathing hard, as if searching for the person who dared enter its land. When the creature stepped closer to the shelter, something changed. It knew the human remains were gone. The beast let out a low, deep sound, not a roar, more like a warning. And he still wonders if the creature is out there, watching, waiting, angry that its hiding place was taken from it.
Go back to, bro, check this out. Look, you're yelling at me, bro, and I gotta go back to work. I ain't been nothing but not.
Go back to
Okay, cuz you can get your ass whooped. That's what it is. I'm getting out of here. Don't like the feeling that I have.
There is something certain about camping. You never know what you will encounter next. Here are 6 disturbing camping encounters caught on camera. Case number 1. The YouTube channel Grandma's Boy typically shares lighthearted moments between a man and his grandmother. Viewers enjoy their special bond and eagerly anticipate each new clip. However, this particular video is different from the usual lighthearted moments.
There's another one.
He spotted 2 tents nearby, and as he approached to take a closer look, he encountered this. The atmosphere changed dramatically. One moment it was simply a stroll through the woods, and the next, it felt like a confrontation was about to unfold.
What's the problem? Nothing, man. I'm just working right here. I was coming to take a piss, bro.
We're neighbors, right?
Yeah, yeah, you're good,
Okay,
bro.
I gotta treat you like my neighbor.
Yeah, you're good, bro. I just was coming to
My
take a
name's
piss.
Eugene Odell.
Adam, man. Adam K.O. Nice to
Okay,
meet you.
good.
Can't shake hands?
Yeah, I love to shake hands
Okay.
with people I know.
Well, I just introduced myself, bro.
Yeah.
You're good, bro. You can chill out here, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Bible tells us.
What made this encounter even more unsettling was the presence of 2 tents with only one person around. The man's reaction was telling, as he seemed caught off guard, as if he had done something he shouldn't have. This only fueled the suspicions of viewers, leaving many to wonder if there was more to this camping trip than met the eye. Although there is no official explanation and nothing has been confirmed, this strange encounter in the woods raises more questions than answers.
I do. I got to go back over there, but you're good.
Yeah.
As long as I know you're here, you're good,
You
bro.
don't have no bathroom over there for you?
Hell no, bro.
Oh, man,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
really roughing it, huh?
Yeah, it's like the old days, bro. You too, hell. You're rubbing it worse than I am,
I
hell.
think you'll do a much better job than I would at what you're doing.
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying, man.
At what you're doing, you'll do a much better job than
Hey,
me.
hey, are you supposed to be back here? Do they care? I don't. Listen to me. I don't care.
You're doing a good job. Just keep on working.
Thank you, bro. I
Nobody
appreciate it.
nobody ever did this for me when I was good enough and smart enough to have a job. Nobody cheered me on like this. But I was smart enough to keep on working and not be a stupid ass and be in somebody else's business.
Right, for sure.
Yeah. In other words, right, I was a good somebody.
Right.
Do you understand that?
That makes
That's
sense.
why I introduced myself to you.
Me too, bro. That's why I
Yeah.
came back here to say,
I
make
kept
sure you
my
do.
head down, I kept my mouth shut, and I knew when they gave a stupid person like me that didn't have an education, a job, I just kept on working at what they gave me.
For sure, bro.
Now, I didn't have all the answers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what they were going to tell me next, and they didn't tell me too much next.
Cool.
But even though I had impairments, disabled already, but didn't try to collect any money from it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I just kept my head down because I thought I was raised to try to be a productive worker.
Yeah.
Right? So I see you got this. You
What
walking around.
Yeah. I just make sure.
No, I was raised. No, you didn't hear me.
Bro, I
I
gotta
was
go back to
raised
bro.
to
But
be
check
a
this out. Look,
productive
you're yelling at me, bro, and I gotta go back to work. I ain't been
Yeah,
nothing
go
but
ahead,
nice.
Go back to
Okay,
work.
cuz you can get your ass whooped. That's what it is, though, bro. You can, bro. I came out here being nice, bro.
I didn't want you to come out here.
Well, bro, I'm sorry. Bro, I didn't know this was your house. I didn't see your mailbox.
Believe you are who you are.
Okay, bro, believe what you have a great one, bro.
Until we know more, all we can do is hope that nothing suspicious occurred in those woods. Case number 2. The North Star Boys are a pop band that runs a YouTube channel showcasing their music and a variety of entertaining content. They often take on unexpected challenges, just like in this case. They decided to go camping for the very first time, and let's say that things didn't quite go as planned.
Hey, who ate the spicy ruffles, bro?
I didn't know, but I know someone who did.
I didn't touch your ruffles. Who didn't touch your ruffles? Because someone ate it.
I don't know what a ruffle is.
Why do we have charcoal with no grill?
What are we talking about? This girl right here.
You have a lighter, right?
Third time asking.
You have a lighter on?
Oh no, all I gotta say is that with the Pokemon edition completion.
This is why people call it advocate, bro. That's exactly what.
Yes.
Cheek.
Bro! Oh my gosh! Justin! Nah, bro. Justin! Hello, bro? Bro. Nah, bro. No way, dude.
They were having an amazing time, continuing to talk, laugh, and chat as the night rolled in. However, around 9:30 p.m., the atmosphere shifted completely.
I'm like actually terrified.
See if I can hear it. Bro, that sounds like some demonic stuff, bro. If he gets closer,
Hey, yo, what's up?
He's walking away. He is. Okay. I think we're good. King, keep lookout. Keep lookout.
At first, they weren't sure if they were just imagining things, but as time went on, it became clearer. This was the moment when everything turned creepy. Although they didn't see the man directly, they decided to take precautions and pack up to leave as quickly as possible. I must say, that was the right decision in such a situation. Case number 3. Meet Sam, the creative mind behind the YouTube channel Northwest Wind. He has a passion for outdoor adventures, particularly camping in unique and unusual locations. One of his standout experiences was in November 2025, where he pushed the boundaries of traditional camping.
Well, not formally, but they said they would accept it if I want to move forward. So don't tell them, but I'm going to camp here tonight and see if this feels like home. So we're going to camp here tonight, and I'm going to decide if this is going to be the land that I've been looking to purchase along the Allegheny River for the last 15 years. That's been my dream, and we're going to see if I want to make that dream a reality now or wait for something better. That says it all.
As he prepared to settle in, darkness began to fall. However, he was unaware that things were about to change, and the atmosphere was about to become creepy. Though he felt the chill, he still tried to reach out to ensure that no one was in danger. However, when no one responded, he thought that the best course of action was to leave. Yet, as he began to do so, he couldn't shake off the feeling that something was wrong.
Literally, I'm freaking out right now. Hello? Are you okay?
Ultimately, he decided to call the police. Sam did everything he could in that moment, and calling the police seemed like the best option. The screams definitely warranted an investigation. On the other hand, it could have been a mountain creature, as they are known for mimicking a woman's scream. However, we can never be completely sure. Case number 4. On July 20th, 2020, a disturbing video appeared on the small YouTube channel Fat Reacts, which had only one video. What started as a fun outing with friends took a chilling turn when they found something strange.
It smells so bad. There's maggots. Oh no, fuck that. Bro, that shit smells so bad. Bro, there's so many maggots on it, bro.
God damn.
Bro, just cut it with the that shit is hella sketch, bro. This is sketch. There's fucking maggots all in it, bro. This is sketchy as hell.
Nigga, I'm tying up somebody's body in that bitch, bro. Hey, so what do we do? Call the police?
If there's a fucking body, we're calling the cops.
Nigga, I'm what? I'm gonna throw the fuck up. I don't even want to look, bro.
I don't want to smell that.
Just hurry up and cut that bitch. That dude is sketchy as a bro. Like, think about it. Why would somebody leave a cooler and duct tape it?
Drugs?
You ain't gonna duct tape drugs.
Oh, God, bro.
There's maggots all.
They will literally just. I'm telling you, bro. I'm scared to look at it. Look at somebody's head. I ain't looking at that bitch. Y'all looking, I ain't looking. Hell no. Fuck that.
It smells like decomposing.
Good off.
Yo. I'm scared of bitch.
Oh, fuck.
I'm freaking the fuck out.
What if somebody
It
like
smells so bad.
What if somebody's like arm or something? Open it, bitch. Open it, Matthew. Open it. Bro, if you gotta call the cops, nigga. You gotta stand over here, fuck that shit.
You gotta open it from the other side.
Nigga, I'm not looking at that shit. Hell no.
Why not?
Hey, bro, what if somebody's fucking like arm or something in there, bro?
If we find a dismembered body.
Matthew, is this yours?
What is it?
Is that the big head?
That ain't mine,
Open it, Matthew. I'm scared.
I don't. I'm scared as hell, bro.
Bro, it's gonna be some dookie, bro.
Look how many fucking maggots there are, bro. It's decomposed.
It's gonna be a dead animal, bro. I already see it.
Nigga, but why would they duct tape a fucking
Why would they put it so close?
Why would they duct? But still, you know people are retarded. Oh, what side does it open up from this side?
It opens up from this side.
Oh yeah, I'm going here. Fuck that shit.
Do it. Open it.
With what?
Your knife.
Nigga, that shit.
Oh shit. Bro, what is it?
The cooler was sealed with duct tape, hinting at unsettling contents inside. Curious, the boys pried it open and found something terrifying.
Open it up for a minute. I gotta record it.
I'm not looking in there. What is that? What is it? What is it?
I don't know. Oh no!
Initially thought to be decayed fish remains, it soon became apparent that it was something far worse. The video ended abruptly when someone mentioned calling 911, leaving the story unresolved. Some viewers speculated it was just animal remains by the lake, while others suspected a more sinister crime scene. Was it really a dead animal, or did they find something someone wanted to keep hidden? Either way, this video captures one of the most troubling mysteries. Case number 5. A group of individuals was camping in a forest in Indonesia when something unexpected occurred. Take a look for yourself. They were in the forest when a powerful 7.7 magnitude earthquake struck. The ground shook so violently that they felt like it might split open. The quake struck the coast of Indonesia and Timor, and the tremors were felt all the way in Australia. Nearby buildings were damaged and tsunami warnings were issued for several islands. But luckily, the group was not hurt in any way. Case number 6. The YouTube channel Lost in Wonder showcases the outdoor adventures of its creator, who has a talent for exploring unique places. In one of her episodes, she embarked on a thrilling camping trip at a ruin rumored to be haunted, offering viewers an experience that diverged from her usual adventures.
On Georgian Bay, and this is just a very, very small section of it, and it goes through a ruin that is believed to be haunted.
After hiking for a while, she stumbled upon a beautiful spot perfect for setting up her tent.
When I was setting up, a couple of times I saw lights in the woods, and one time it looked like it was coming right at me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just got busted. I don't know if it's hikers or if it is the park authorities doing rounds. Either way, they didn't come here to the ruins, they just walked through the path. But you know how it is at night, the light just really goes far.
However, as night fell, an unsettling feeling crept in as she noticed something that put her on edge.
I don't know if those are leaves falling or if it's starting to rain. It is definitely a little bit creepy. Like, I'm not scared, but I'm definitely alert. And when you're by yourself at night in a forest, all the noises get amplified. Every little stir, you wonder what that is.
She brushed off the feeling and went on with her plans for the night, which included retiring to bed for a good night's sleep. But that wasn't the case. The sounds echoed in the distance, prompting her to stay in the tent all night.
What the was that? I just heard footsteps. But this time they sounded much closer, not farther in the path. Okay, I'm gonna try to go back to sleep.
She had no idea what she might encounter if her curiosity got the better of her, especially being a woman alone in a remote location without any means of protection. Fortunately, nothing happened, but the thought of those footsteps lingered in her mind. What could they have been? A person walking nearby, or perhaps some animal? What happens when you come across someone or something you'd prefer to avoid in the woods?
Hey, did you stagger into the wrong camper last night? comes back around and tries to shine his flashlight into the back of my camper shell. You'll see here in a second. And I just bang on the window, and he takes it.
Go to put my shotgun up. Truck is ripping down the road right at me. I get into my truck, I throw it in the reverse, and the truck comes right out of the mouth, almost takes off my...
Tonight, we will delve into the 6 scariest camping encounters that would terrify you. Case number 1. A man went camping with his friend, and they truly enjoyed every moment of their adventure. However, what was meant to be a peaceful night under the stars took an unexpected turn by morning.
Hey, I think you got the wrong camper. Hey there. I think you're in the wrong camper. Hey, did you stagger into the wrong camper last night? I don't know who you are. Somebody's probably missing you, though. We gotta get out and get ready. You're gonna have to go home. I don't know where home is. Hey, dude. Hey. I don't know who you are. You're in my camper. Whoa. What am I doing in your camper, bro? Well, I don't know. You must have slept a good one off. I am sorry, man.
They woke up to a stranger in their vehicle. He seemed more confused than dangerous, so they stayed calm, and everything ended well. This reminds us to always lock our cars when camping at night, for safety. If the intruder had bad intentions, the situation could have been much worse. Case number 2. The creator of the YouTube channel Roadside is an adventurer living in his 2003 Tacoma with a camper shell. His videos often show the challenges of van life and how to tackle them. One night, while looking for a place to sleep, he pulled into a quiet parking lot and faced an unexpected and frightening situation.
So it was probably around like 1:30 in the morning when I heard someone walking around my truck. And whenever you're sleeping, somewhere public and you hear somebody walking right outside your truck, it's always a little bit alarming. So what you'll see here in a second, he pulls out his phone and starts taking pictures. It looks like of my license plate or something like that. I'm not sure why he was doing this. So I thought maybe, I wasn't allowed to park there and he was taking pictures of my license plate, but it's kind of odd to be doing that at 1:30 in the morning. And he didn't look like a security guard or anything like that. Also, some of you may be wondering why he's not able to see me in the back. And where I was parked, the street light shined into the cab, but the camper shell has really tinted windows, so it was pitch black in the back where I was. So after he'd done a few laps around my truck, and I could tell it looks like he's up to no good, he comes back around and tries to shine his flashlight into the back of my camper shell. You'll see here in a second. And I just bang on the window, and he takes off running. So he probably wasn't expecting that.
Roadside slammed his hand against the glass, startling the man, who bolted away, disappearing between the parked cars. A few moments later, once the man was out of sight, Roadside noticed this.
Real quick, look at my door right here, and you'll notice it's a little bit cracked open. And so I think what happened is I forgot to, I didn't forget, but I just didn't close it all the way when I went to bed. And so it was locked, but it was still not totally closed all the way. So this is kind of how my door was. You can see it's closed. There's a little gap. And it's locked. You're not going to get in there. But it's definitely noticeable from the side and everything.
This explains why the man continued to inspect the truck. It likely seemed like an easy target, which led Roadside to decide never to sleep in random parking lots again. This encounter serves as a reminder of the importance of ensuring that all camp doors are properly locked, as you never know who might be roaming around at night. Rhodey was fortunate to escape a potentially more dangerous situation, but others may not be so lucky. Case number 3. It was nearly midnight when a camper decided to take a brief hike. As he stepped off the logging road, he noticed the beam of a truck's headlights cutting through the darkness and illuminating a nearby ATV trail.
Well, one time I was out deep on a logging road, and just one of those nights where you got the heebie-jeebies, and the weather was shit. I had forgotten a couple things anyways, so I just convinced myself, you know what, you had a fun drive up, but it's not worth it. Go back into town, come back tomorrow night. So on my way out of the logging road, probably 12 o'clock at night, I've never seen anybody out here. I've never seen anybody out here. Not even ATVers, nothing. I've never even seen Ministry of Natural Resource guys out here. And I see truck lights down an ATV trail. So I park the truck at the mouth of the ATV trail. I look in, and I'm wondering if they're stuck or something, because the truck is running and the lights are on, and it's late at night, so I'm wondering if they're bogged down, because that happens to you sometimes and you got to figure it out. So I approach the truck and there's nobody in it. The back gate is down and there's shovels, and I look off into the distance and I see what I believe to be headlamps. So I call out I said, "Hey, I was just checking on you, making sure everything's all right." So what happened was, the headlamps turned off. Nobody responded to me, and I immediately got shivers down my spine, and I knew something was up. And then I thought about the shovels. I've never seen anybody out here. Then I looked at the truck, didn't even have fucking license plates on it. My shotgun's in the truck, and I'm about a 25-meter dash to the truck. So I'm panicking now, and I start booking it, but I start booking in different directions, and I trip and fall like a fucking idiot. I get up, I see my truck, I book to my truck, I fumble in the back, grabbing the shotgun, I load it, and just as I go to put my shotgun up, the truck is ripping down the road right at me. I get into my truck, I throw it into reverse, and the truck comes right out of the mouth, almost takes off my front end, and just keeps on going. And buddy, if there was any time in my life I was prepared to shoot someone to defend myself, it was that time. That was the scariest time. That was the scariest thing I've ever experienced.
Feeling an overwhelming sense of fear, the hiker rushed to his truck to grab his means of defense. Just then, another truck sped by, nearly colliding with him. Shaken by the encounter, he quickly decided to leave the campsite, realizing that people could pose a greater danger in the woods than the animals lurking in the shadows. If you are enjoying this video, please like, subscribe, and share as we delve into the next encounter. Case number 4. Meet Johnny, the YouTuber behind Johnny Greenshirt, who recently launched his outdoor adventure channel, but wasn't very lucky with his location during one adventure.
What a walk. What was that? What was that? I cannot see nobody.
He believed he had found a hidden spot, but then he heard a gunshot. The troubling part was that he couldn't see anyone or figure out where the shot came from, and the shooter seemed unaware of him, making things very dangerous.
I need to get out of the way, because if he's shooting, I don't want to get shot. I was going to go camp down there too. This is why you go stealth camping. Oh, you're walking ice cream with that, Jesus. and get my backpack and put it up here.
Johnny decided to move his campsite as he didn't want to be mistaken for an animal. While relocating, he found a truck and the shooter. Luckily, the man stopped firing and drove off, letting Johnny continue his camping trip safely. Case number 5. Dan, the creator of Dan Ventures Outdoors, is known for his relaxing camping videos. Recently, he went on a camping trip deep in the forest with a friend, but this adventure was far from peaceful.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Oh, I'm with that. You don't even know what scran's in here.
Oh.
Reese is doing cooking tonight, so you know what that means.
Don't put pressure on me.
Reese is cooking tonight. And he said it's the best cook ever. And if I don't like it, I better just say I like it.
Yeah. I have a kind of confidence.
So yeah, he's lost something, he's forgot something.
What is your phone?
Don't know. Do you want me to unlock car?
Started well. Put it in the top bit.
He's lost something. This is going to go absolutely superb tonight.
Got it.
Oh, he's got it. False alarm!
It wasn't, it was a test and you passed. You handled the situation perfectly.
All I said, do you want me to unlock car?
You didn't panic, you didn't run off.
I have to carry this big bag, look at that, with all that food in. It's got me food in, me beers, he's got some logs and that's it. I have to carry, little guy carries the big bag.
Yeah,
I think that's what the rule is.
Little arm. It's a fucking handbag, it just looks like a big long bag in your hand.
Oh. Right, we'll see you when we get to camp next.
Adios.
After finding the perfect camping spot, they enjoyed dinner while immersed in the forest's tranquility, unaware that this peaceful moment was about to be interrupted.
It's just time to just watch something and chill out. I did hear some whistling, but I think it was someone whistling at the dog, but yeah, I think that's it. So I'm just going to chill out, and yeah, if I don't see you through the night, I'll see you in the morning. Night. I don't know if you can hear that. It sounds like someone or something walking around. Hello? Hello? Don't know. Just had a quick look. Not getting out.
He checked outside his tent multiple times and saw nothing unusual. He believed his friend hadn't left the tent, so it couldn't be him causing trouble. What was out there? Perhaps a wanderer or an animal. He eventually got some sleep, and by morning they packed up and prepared to leave. Case number 6. On November 16th, 2024, Adam from Ads Ventures was jolted awake by strange noises coming from outside his camper van. Intrigued, he decided to check the camera footage and was met with an unexpected sight.
Okay, so I've located 2 people on the right-hand side of the van. Oh no, maybe that's not them, because they're walking off up towards the motorway. Well, that's a bit weird. Why would you be walking up towards the motorway? But yeah, maybe that's not them, unless they come back, but they seem to be disappearing into the distance. Let's just fast forward a bit. Oh no, wait, they're coming back. Okay, this is blatantly them. Right, So that for some reason they've walked up towards the motorway and then they've come back into the service area. Yeah, they're coming directly to my van and they're going round the back of my van. Okay, so this is obviously when I heard their voices. Oh no, they're going straight up to... They're going straight up to my driver's window and they're looking in it. I swear I heard them right behind the van though. So he's staring right in the driver's window, trying to see what he can see. I think he touched something there, did he? Okay, this is the point. So now they've gone round the back of the van. Now remember, at this stage, I'm still fast asleep, right? So let's pull up the back of the van. So enter the thieves around the rear of the van. They take a quick look at the back. One of them's smoking something. Maybe he's innocent. Maybe they were just smoking. I heard them. That's where I heard them talking. And I was sort of in a daze. And I was like, what is going on? They've gone back round to the other side of the van now. So let's pull that camera back up. Actually, no, it definitely wasn't innocent because I remember I heard them actually touch the handle. Oh yeah, look, there we go. Right, he's bent down there. What's he doing? Yeah, he's trying to do something there. And that was where I...
As the two hooded men examined the van, they remained oblivious to the fact that it was occupied. Suddenly, Adam let out a scream to warn them, causing the intruders to flee into the shadows.
His hands like touching the handle, but this is the point where I heard the handle go, and I'm half asleep, and I shout pigeon, and I rush up and I open up this curtain here, and then you can see as soon as I do that, he says something to his mate, and they scarper off. So if we go back to the front camera, we should... Yeah, there we go. So that's them. As soon as they know that I'm in the van, they're now just disappearing off into the night, as though nothing's happened. And then... Oh, look, have they stopped? Are they trying a lorry? I know, maybe they haven't. The footage isn't that good quality, obviously, because it's real dark. But I think you can see they are just walking off into the distance there. The frustration of what I did. So I'm sleeping like this, right? And I hear some noises real close to me, because obviously that is the back door right there. I hear the voices out there. That's when they chuck that cigarette away. Now, when I first wake up in the van, wherever I am, the first thing I'm thinking is, where the hell am I? I always forget where I've parked. And I'm like, right, there's people out there. And I suddenly realise that I'm in the services, I think. I reach up here and I stick my CCTV on. It takes a second to load up, and then it loaded, and that's when I think I saw them around the side of the van. So I'm half asleep thinking, are they going to steal the pigeon? Are they going to steal the pigeon? Are they going to steal the... Handle goes, pigeon! Whoa! What's going on? Jump out the window like that, and then I see them scarper off into the right. Well, judging by the footage, I must have misjudged. It was less of a scarper, more of a saunter.
Adam's quick thinking effectively prevented the situation from escalating, highlighting an important lesson that danger can arise in the most unexpected places. Explorers must remain vigilant to avoid these potential threats.
Hello? Hello? What the What the Hey!
I just came to bless you.
I'm letting my dogs out.
Don't do that. Are you okay? Alles gut?
Richtig, genau hier. Ich meine es ernst.
From armed strangers and unexplained screams to the feeling of being watched deep in the trees, these encounters show how quickly isolation can become dangerous. These stories serve as a chilling reminder that once you step into the forest, you are never as alone as you think. Case number 1. This video was uploaded by Ciaz on January 1st, 2024, and filmed at night in a forest in Belgium near an abandoned camping area. He had explored dark places for years and believed he was used to fear. That night, the forest felt different from the start. Warning signs about private land and guard dogs stood nearby, but they continued
Wacht, we
walking.
zagen net een bordje staan met pas op, waakhond, maat. En jij hoort een hond.
Ja, 2 keer. 1 een heel kleintje en 2 keer een zwaardere hond. Maar die gaat niet loslopen, die hond.
Nee, want dat is hier niet afgezet, hè?
Dat is hier niet afgezet, nee.
Wacht, ik moet even checken of ik alles... Oh. Dit is wel spannend, ja.
Wacht, ik heb gewoon...
Echt... Oh, man. Dit is...
Dat is een mechelaar of zo.
Nee!
Daar gaan we niet op houden, hè? Ja, iets anders.
Ja, hoor die hond, ja. Hier is de ingang. De poort.
Ja, dat staat echt duidelijk privaat op.
Privaat, dit is een plaats van gebed. Gelief onze ruimte respecteren. Gebed. En daar staat op... Pas op, waakhond. Ik ben hier heel lang geleden eens geweest en stond hier vol met bungalows, met campings, met caravans, mobile homes, midden in het bos, allemaal verspreid, super vet. En ineens is hier een waakhond.
Ja, hier staat dat bordje met dat.
Ja?
Als je nu hier zo in...
As they moved deeper, they began to see signs that someone was living there. A small hut stood between the trees. The place no longer felt empty.
Goed, we zijn iets verder gewandeld en dit blijkt, ja, gewoon een wandelpad te zijn. Dus hier kunnen wij wandelen. Wat rijdt hier?
Auto's en autobanden.
Autobanden. Dit hier is afgezet. Ik ga toch eens kijken, want hier staat in de verte een bungalow. Maar hier hangt letterlijk een bord met verboden toegang, privaat en camerabewaking. Kijk eens aan. Oh manneke, dit is sketchy. Dus ja, hier gaat iemand wonen gewoon nog. Dat kan toch niet aan?
Then the night broke. Screams echoed through the forest, clear, human screams, not animals. The sound was loud.
Dat is geen licht, kijk. Dat is geen licht. Dat is heel fucked.
Moments later, a light appeared in the darkness. Someone was moving toward them, slow and steady, as if they knew exactly where they were.
Ja, die komt naar hier. Kom naar hier. Kom naar hier. Blijf gewoon hier. Lamp aan of niet? Hallo? 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 What the f***? What the f***?
Out of the shadows, a woman stepped forward. She was holding an axe. She shouted threats and began to move closer. The fear became overwhelming, and in that moment they knew they had to run.
What the f***? Hey! Wat? Kom. Kom. Kom.
They fled through the forest without looking back, no longer filming, no longer exploring, only trying to escape. Later, he hid alone behind a tree, shaking and unable to move. From somewhere in the dark, her voice could still be heard, screaming that she would kill them if they ever returned. Terrified and crying, he called the police. He truly believed his life was in danger.
Sorry. We zijn... Hallo? Ja, we zitten hier in een bos in de Centerlo. We zijn hier in een bos en dat is een verlaten bungalowpark. En ineens komt er een man met een mes of zoiets op ons af. We zijn hier met 3. En ik hoorde ook kloppen. Ik denk dat mijn auto kapot is geslagen. En we zijn vies aan het lopen. Zijn Jurissen. Kom alsjeblieft heel snel. Oké, ik heb de politie gebeld. Ik heb de politie gebeld. Dus what the fuck is dit? Ja, kijk.
When the police arrived, the woman was caught. She sat on the ground and stared at him. Then she smiled, long, empty, and cold. He said that the look stayed with him long after the night ended.
Nee, ik ga niet meer luisteren. Hé! Beetje respect hebben voor mijn collega, ja? Dat is geen respect hebben voor mij. Nee, dat gaan we niet doen. Mevrouw? Nee, dat gaan we niet doen. Dat gaan we niet doen. Nee, kijk, gedaan. Nu is het gedaan, ja? Pak die lamp. Pak die lamp. Pak die lamp. Deze collega moet laten.
He left the forest alive, yet terrified. That night, it was not the darkness that terrified him most. It was the human hiding inside it. With that being said, let's move on to our next disturbing forest encounter. Case number 2. The Dog Daddy, a YouTube channel focused only on dog training, shared a video filmed at his private property where nothing like this had ever happened before. The channel is known for calm lessons about dog behavior. No camping, no night walks, just dogs. That is why this moment shocked so many people.
わかったんですか？誰かがここにいると教えてくれました。どうやってここに来たのですか？どうやってここに来たのですか？ずっと道を歩いてきたんです。誰かが私を降ろしてくれたんです。あら、すごいですね。わかりました。いや、本当は訪問者は許可していません。まだ引っ越してきたばかりなんです。そしてほら、今一緒にいる犬たちは人懐っこいんです。でもあちらの門の向こうには救助犬や保護犬もいます。だからね、うちは犬を自由に入れられるポリシーは本当はないんです。私は犬ととても仲が良いんです。彼らに会っても大丈夫でしょうか？見てね、お見せします。さて、この子たちは外に出ています。もし彼らがゲートまで挨拶に来たいなら構いませんよ。でも、この敷地内には実際には訪問者はいません。つまり、ここは唯一の訪問者がいない場所です。つまり、ゲートを開けないでください。さっき言ったように、裏にいる犬たちはここにいる犬たちほど人懐っこくありません。ですから、ゲートを開けないでください。見せてあげます。ちょっとだけ話します。今日はダメ。また今度かもしれませんが。
In the video, he explains that a woman suddenly showed up at his gate during the day. She said she wanted to see his dogs. He found it strange and began recording. But something about her felt weird. After a while, the woman finally walked away. It seemed over, but that night, something else happened. Late at night, his dogs suddenly woke up and began barking.
Now, I'm gonna let them out. It's midnight. What are you doing here? Leave now. It's midnight. We're not playing any more games.
In the dark, the light hit a familiar face. It was the same woman standing there at night. She said she had come back to bless his dogs. The words did not make sense. Her timing made it worse. When she appeared during the day, it was already strange. But showing up again at night, uninvited, saying things like that, made viewers deeply uncomfortable.
I told you late at night my guard dogs are out, and they're out. I'm not gonna be babysitting. You broke into the property at 3 in the morning. They're gonna come out.
I just came to bless you and your dog.
You need to leave now. You need to leave now. I'm letting them out. Don't come any closer. I'm gonna let them out.
You don't have to let them out.
I'm gonna let them out.
Don't do that.
They're here and they're waiting.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna leave. The police has been looking for 4 days now. There's no one around. This is my place. I don't know where you're coming from. I don't know where you're coming from.
I just came to bless you.
I'm letting my dogs out.
Don't do that.
Watching the video, many felt the same thing he did in that moment. Something was not right with her. Nothing violent happened. No one was hurt. But the fear came from how real it felt. A quiet place, trained guard dogs on edge, and a stranger who would not stay away. Case number 4. Maggie Potamus and Jen uploaded this video on December 25th, 2024, filmed deep in the woods, where she was out in the woods with her dog.
Come here. Good girl, love. Good. Good.
Without warning, a scream cut through the silence. It sounded like a man screaming in pain, loud and raw, echoing through the trees. Her dog reacted right away, alert and tense, as if it sensed danger before she did. The sound felt close, too close to ignore.
Holy shit. Is he okay? Are you okay? Alles gut?
She stood still and listened. The scream came again, just as disturbing as the first. It did not sound like any animal she knew.
Come here, Maggie. Come here. Come here, Bubba.
Later, people tried to explain it away. Some said fox, deer, or other animals, but fox sounds are higher. Deer do not live in that area, and larger predators do not exist in that country. A prank also made no sense. The police even came later and searched the area, but they found nothing at all.
Good job. Good job. Alright, now that we're nice and muddy. Yeah.
After the scream, the woods went completely still. No movement, no footsteps. Just darkness where the sound came from, and her dog standing close, watching the trees. She left the woods with her dog, and one question that still has no answer. If it was neither an animal nor a person, what was screaming out there in the dark? With that being said, let's move on to our fifth encounter. Case number 5. Stealth diggers uploaded this video on October 2nd, 2025, filmed in the New Hampshire mountains, deep in the woods where old logging sites once stood. He was out hiking with a friend, expecting a calm day of digging and exploring forgotten places.
Das da rauszutragen. Oder wir holen es wahrscheinlich hier raus, wenn du das wirklich willst. Das ist
At first everything felt normal. Then while standing still near a large rock, he noticed something strange. The ground beneath his feet did not feel quiet. It felt alive. He stopped talking and leaned closer, listening carefully.
Aber wie Tiergeräusche oder wie eine Bewegung.
He pointed to the exact spot and asked his friend to listen. When his friend bent down, the sound became clearer.
Ich meine es ernst. Oh, da ist definitiv etwas drunter. Sieht so aus, als könnten wir es wahrnehmen. Du hörst das also definitiv, richtig? Oh, ja. Da drin gräbt etwas herum, ja. Ja, während du gegessen hast, dachte ich, du redest. Aber ich denke, da ist etwas los. Lass uns weit erforschen.
They stood there in silence. The noise continued. It stayed hidden, making the rock feel less like stone and more like a thin cover over something unseen. He even said it sounded like something was digging around under them. What made it worse was what happened after. When they stepped away, the sound slowly faded, leaving the area quiet again. No animal appeared. No hole opened. Nothing explained what they had just heard. The woods went back to normal, but the feeling did not. They kept moving forward that day, but the moment stayed with them. Somewhere under that rock, something had been there, and whatever it was, it never showed itself. Let's move on to the 6th disturbing forest encounter. Case number 6. After finishing a fishing trip on a quiet evening in a rural cow field, he had to cross to get home. The creator of the TikTok account Link Sangler thought the hard part of the day was over. The field looked calm and the cows were spread out, watching him from a distance. Then the mood changed. Several cows began to move faster. A few young bulls stepped forward, locking onto him. What started as quiet following turned into pressure, pushing him toward the edge of the field. Suddenly, they charged. He ran as fast as he could, knowing that if he fell, he would not be able to get back up in time.
I'm actually getting chased by cows. I'm not even fucking straight over. What the fuck, mate? Oh my god.
When he finally reached safety, his body was shaking. The fear was real. A few seconds more in that field, and the ending could have been very different. The field went quiet again, but the danger had already passed too close. That brings us to the last disturbing forest encounters caught on camera. Case number 7. On March 20th, 2018, Austin Armstrong went on a solo camping trip to Patoka Lake in Indiana. It was raining, but he wanted a challenge. He set up his tent and struggled to make a fire in the wet conditions. He worked on it for an hour, but he finally got it going and cooked a hot dog dinner.
Which is good. That's what I was looking for. Just kind of getting away from everything. So yeah, set up a tent in no time. Really easy to do. Tent's not hard to set up. Got my little umbrella right here to keep me dry while I'm doing all this. Shoes are getting a little muddy. Ew. But yeah, my next task is setting up, I think, a fire. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing next. Yeah, it's about 6 o'clock, so it'll be getting dark soon. So I definitely want to have a fire started by then. So I don't think the rain's supposed to be any heavier than this. So it's just a light drizzle kind of deal. So that's not too bad. Like I said, I've camped in worse. But looking forward to it. So it's got a good beam on it. So I found a stack of firewood out this way. Okay, you can kind of see that light right there. So that's an outhouse. So if I follow this light where my light's going here, there's a former campfire that was over here, and somebody left a decent stack of firewood. So it was mostly wet. What the? I don't know if you guys just heard that, but like something literally just went boom over there. Holy crap. I gotta go check it out. I don't see anything.
He froze and looked around, but he couldn't see anything. He wondered if it was an animal or a tree falling. He hoped it was just something with the fire, but the sound was too big for that. He kept looking, trying to find a reason for the noise.
It doesn't look any different than when I left. And I don't think that this would make that kind of sound. What was that? I hope that showed up like on the. I hope that showed up on the camera. Let's see. Okay, this is better. Come on, surely there's not something out here right now. I will be upset. Hello. Oh my god. I would be so upset if there's something out here right now. But that was a very large boom and snap. It sounded like there was something like
area, no dogs, no weapons. And so I set it up against one of the tables, like one of the camping tables.
He kept telling himself that it was probably nothing. But then it started raining again, and his phone was about to die. He knew that without his phone, he would have no music to keep his mind off the scary sounds. He was so scared that he left his tent and got into his van. He had gone for a challenge, but the night had become too scary to handle. The forest can be beautiful, but these encounters prove it can also be unforgiving and terrifying. Next time you step into the woods, remember you never really know what might be waiting in the dark. For more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video. Comment below which case you find the most horrifying. Don't forget to press the bell icon for future notifications.